exercise I'm going to show you is for your biceps, the front of your arms. I'm going to use 12-pound weights today, but many of you are going to want to start a little bit lower, and you're just going to have to kind of play with it. Maybe go to a gym or a YMCA and use some of the small weights that they have available and just test it out, because this is one of your stronger arm muscles, and nevertheless you want to start where you're at and work up. Okay, let me show you how it works. As we begin the exercise, I want you to notice that my elbows are pretty close to my body. I'm standing nice and tall, and I'm going to practice exhaling on effort and inhaling as I end the exercise. So it looks like this. And breathing in, and exhaling, and breathing in. And what I like to do is I like to actually alternate from straight up to the front to outside, because this works the muscle from some different angles and it becomes much more effective. How many am I going to do? Ideally 12 to 15. My goal is to get my muscle pretty fatigued, which means when I start to want to pull my body and use momentum, which is bad technique and I don't want to do it, when I can't get it up nice and slowly and smoothly, then the muscle's fatigued. If we take the muscle to fatigue, it breaks down the muscle fibers just ever so slightly, and then as they recover, they get stronger. So that's exercise number 1 for your biceps. The second exercise is for the deltoid muscle on the outside of the arm here. Getting that muscle nice and toned can create a nice little kind of round cap of firmness and a little bit of definition. Now this muscle is not as strong and there's more chance of injury in terms of kind of crunching your neck. So you want to be really especially intentional to drop your shoulders to stand tall and not to lift the arm too high. We don't need to go up here. We want to stop at about shoulder height or lower if your muscle is not strong enough to lift it. Now you're going to find when I open this arm, I'm going to be much, much lower because I had rotator cuff surgery on that arm about 8 years ago, and I'm doing great. But it tends to be a weaker spot for me, so I'm extra careful. So you're going to see me modifying. So just like before, exhaling on effort, and then inhaling on the way down, I'm going to do this. Now see how much lower I'm going here? Because I'm feeling my shoulder a little bit right now. It tends to give in, so I'm listening to my body. Now I can do them together if I want to be a little more time efficient. And just like with biceps working different angles, I can go forward and down, forward and down, and I'm working it from a little bit different angle. This muscle for me fatigues much faster, and as you can see, I use a lighter weight, and that's all there is to it. That's the exercise for your deltoids. The next muscle we're going to work, the triceps. The muscles right back here. I call these muscles the I've fallen and can't get up muscle. Because if you fall and you don't have a nice strong tricep muscle, you will not be able to get up and push yourself off the floor. So we need to teach this not only to ourselves to get rid of that little flappy wing thing that happens, but teach it to our elderly parents so that they can be strong and be able to get up. If you've ever gone skiing and fallen down and needed to get up, or if you're a snowboarder and you finish the day, especially when you're first learning and falling all the time and your back of your arms are killing you, it's because those muscles are not conditioned. So we're going to condition them today, and I'm going to show you a couple different exercises to do that with weights and then one on the floor. Are you ready? The first exercise, I'm using my 12-pound weight again. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. And I'm going to actually bring that weight up over my head. Notice my elbows are tucked in tight. I'm holding my abs tight and bending my knees. And I'm simply going to lift, lift, lift. Again, I'm trying to keep my elbows close and lift. I know the weight's going out of the screen, but you know where it's going. Right up there over my head, and slowly exhaling on the way up, inhaling on the way down. Exhale. Again, you probably want to do 10 to 15 at the most, and then take a break. And if you want and if the muscle's not too fatigued, you can do it again. In addition to using that heavier weight and doing both triceps at once, I can grab a lighter pair of weights. I'm going to turn to the side, bend over, and I can do this. Extend, 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 extend. See what I mean? So you're just working that muscle. You can do one at a time if you want. Again, you're taking that muscle to at least a certain level of fatigue. Well, people ask me, should I do 3 sets of 15 or 2 sets of 10 or what should I do? Well, what I say is do at least 1 set and hopefully the muscle will get tired. And if you have time, do a second and third set. But for me, I do these exercises almost every day and sometimes I'm just kind of in a hurry. So I'll get through my bicep curls and I'll move right into my tricep extensions and I'll grab the heavier weight and I'll do it over my head. And sometimes I'll just do 1 set. But because I do it so often, it maintains my fitness. You just make it work for you. Hi there, I'm down here. Well, it's going to look a little bit of a funny angle, but this will give you an idea of how this exercise works. Again, this is the one I truly call I've fallen and can't get up exercise for those weak arms. But it works if you're traveling, you're in a hotel room, wherever you are, you can do this exercise. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay down on a floor, on a flat surface. I'm going to try to angle myself so you can see me better. I can see myself in the camera to see if it looks semi-straight. I'm straighter than I look in the camera, but the bottom line is this. You're going to lay down. So notice my bottom arm, I put my hand across my waist. It's always going to be the top arm that's doing the work. I place my top arm at my shoulder. I take a breath first just to get ready, and then I'm going to blow out on the way up. And down, and up, and down. Now, this is not as easy as it looks. So, don't expect a lot of yourself because this muscle has to be pretty strong to push yourself off the floor. You're using your body weight, but you should be able to do that. Of course, you're going to flip to the other side, remembering bottom arm across the waist, top arm's doing the work. That's my I've fallen and can't get up exercise because we're never going to say that, right? Okay, the last arm exercise I have for you, actually it's more shoulder, but shoulders, you know, they run right into the arms, as you know. This one is a press. Going to definitely go lighter weights for most of you. And you're just going to keep your elbows kind of into your body a little bit and just push up and down. And let me just sink a little so you can see up at the top and down. This is not good posture right now, but you can see it's just a really simple press. As the weights get heavier, you have to engage your core, but no matter how light the weights are, make sure you're tall and straight and push. Okay? That's my arm workout, ladies. That's about all I do on a regular basis. Pretty simple. I'm sure you can find the right weights that'll work for you right now and get pumping iron.